Morning, my friends, and welcome to summer. Today is the 21st of June, so we are embracing that summer energy as we are stepping into summer solstice. This is the longest day of the year. Now, depending on, it's kind of cloudy and overcast outside for me. You may not see the sun, but know that it's going to still be there. We can still embrace it, even if we have to do it through some cloud cover. Now, because we are in summer solstice, we are going to be embracing one of those cardinal zodiac signs. So if you remember from, I think it was way back in Aries, when we stepped into spring, these cardinal zodiac signs, obviously there's four, as there are 4 seasons, they help to embrace that new season. And that's exactly what Cancer is going to do for the summertime for us. So before we get going, I want to wish anybody who is born in the next 4 weeks a happy birthday. And also a really nice hello. And here's something special for you should you have Cancer in your astrological birth chart. We are more than just the one, what's called our sun sign, or the sign that we look for in the zodiac horoscopes. We're more than that. There are many free websites that can give you your astrological birth chart, which looks like one of those etch-a-sketches or whatever. It's got lines and circles, and just know what zodiac. There should be 3 of them: a sun sign, a moon sign, and then an ascender. Those 3 are the important 3. If you have Cancer in it, this is going to be a really important reading for you. If you don't, it's still going to be impacted by Cancer, as it is an energy and a bit of a life force, a good one. Cancer is a water sign, and we are going to be into that intuitive and emotional energy. If you know anybody who's Cancer, or if you are a Cancer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That need to connect in with people and really getting heard if they should stand you up or say no. So, we have that energy in play. We can use it to help us, and it can also bring us to our knees in tears. So we need to be mindful of that. For this reading, I thought I'd be a little bit cheeky, and I went with the Guardians of the Night Tarot. As it's the shortest night of the year, they've got a lot of work to do. That's it, because we are in that water sign, the Beyond Lemuria Oracle. Such a beautiful deck, and it should be very interesting. Let's get into Cancer. Let's see what we can expect over the next 4 weeks. What can your friends expect from the reign of Cancer? Sometimes the simplest questions, most effective. And I'm hoping this deck behaves a little bit better. I did my Patreon reading earlier this morning, and the deck was a nightmare. It was jumping everywhere. Cards were flying. Wasn't fun. Seem to be behaving for you guys, which is awesome. I love the pictures. I don't love how big the cards are getting. If you've got a small hand, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of these decks, they're massive. Massive decks. Aha! We're starting with the world, an ending and a beginning. Cancer is that cardinal next stage zodiac sign, and that's exactly what it's going to bring you. You'll have some work to do, but you'll have that next stage. Let's take a little bit of time now to celebrate all that we've achieved so far. But during Cancer, we also want to get excited for what's to come. So it's kind of a balance. In one hand, you want to reflect and enjoy all your successes, learn from the stumbles, and then get excited for what's coming. So it will keep us quite busy. At the same time, because we are in that Cancer reign, we can't forget everyone who's come with us and everyone who is still around us. So that social aspect is going to be important as well. Two of Wands. Really reconfirming what I just said. I'm getting a bit ahead of my cards, but that's okay. Where we have that balance. So we want to reflect and get excited. We want to spend time to do that reflection, but at the same time, we don't want to do it alone. We want to have some fun with our friends. Additionally, another balance, we do want to get the work done, but we do need to have fun with our friends. We need to have that fun and play. Without it, we'll burn out. So that balance, it needs to fuel that inner fire, not diminish it. What a wonderful card. The Star. It's one of my favorites because it's a very creative card. The little bird that is in the original deck and in many others is the ibis or something. It's an Egyptian symbol for the god of creativity and the god of like poetry and writing. Whether you're a poet or a writer, that's okay. That creative element, though, that's important. That balance energy is important. Again, we have that theme of balance. We don't want to overindulge on things because when we do that, well, we can't get the work done. But if we have that balance, we have that joy, that harmony. The Star is usually the one with the lady that's kneeling on the land and has one foot on the water. It's a very awkward position, but she's owning it. She's also pouring water or energy into the pool of water and onto the land. We need to feed and fuel all aspects of self. Well, keeping that eye on that forward projection, those things that you're really excited for, that excitement, that enthusiasm. Another major arcana, guys, Judgment. This is the creepy card with the angel on top that has the dead people. And yes, they're dead people. They're blue. That's Archangel, usually Gabriel, heeding the call. That transformation, that evolution. The only way we can get that is by working with the high vibrational beings. We were never meant to do this journey alone. We know that. We need the support of our physical support team and our spiritual. So making sure that we take that time to enjoy and connect. We have a lot of what you would call water cards. So those intuitive cards. The Star, like I said, she's got that pool of water. Judgment, the dead people are on some sort of weird lake. I don't write it. I just tell you what Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Waite did. So we've got that intuition. No matter what our capabilities are, starting to work with it. And I know people like rolling their eyes at me going, oh my God, how? Take that deep breath and get back into that creativity. There's a reason the Star has that creativity. When we are doing creativity, so whatever it be, whether you're a poet, an artist, a baker, I have clients who are welders, computer programmers, doesn't matter. When you're in that creative mode, when you're doing something that brings you joy, you're passionate about, and you create something, doesn't matter what it is, that's creativity, my friends. And just take some time for it. And again, it doesn't have to be a long period. That balance is super important. We want to make sure that we aren't burning ourselves out or causing extra burden and demands because we're trying to juggle too many balls. So small increments do help. Another amazing element and added support is water. Many of us will take a bath or a shower just to decompress and unwind. We just have to get out of our head. That's the best time to be open to thoughts and feelings that come forward. That water does help. It's kind of a conduit for intuitive energy. Small baby steps and working with that Cancer energy. Let's get into this a little bit more. What can my friends what further insight and guidance does Cancer have for my friends? Thank you for keeping them on the table and not under my technology. The Seven of Swords. This card is about trying to get away with too much. Yes, we should be mindful of others because they too will be trying to do things that may or may not serve you and your journey. But more importantly, Cancer wants you to be honest with you. You can't get anything done if you're trying to puff your chest up. Oh, I'm all this, I'm all that. Be honest with yourself. Don't be critical. Don't minimize you, but be honest. I struggle with this. However, don't use a but because but minimizes stuff. However, I want to excel and work on this more, following that star. When we're honest with ourselves, it gives us a good baseline to build off of. And that's what Cancer wants to see, is that building block. We have lots of new opportunities coming forward with that world. We just need to start to listen to the guidance so we can take those steps that are going to be really meaningful for us, really support us on that journey forward. Why does this not surprise me? The High Priestess. Second most intuitive card in the deck. She, of course, talks about, again, balance and that connection to that aha. She's the one that usually has the scroll. She's sitting on this throne with this weird, like, pattern screen behind her. She has a scroll and the moon, and there's lots of stuff going on. That Taurus scroll, though, that's the wisdom of the universe. Again, really holding hands with the Judgment card, talking about being open to that information. It might feel scary, but write it down. And it might be that you get like a feeling or a word, or you get like a symbol. People have contacted me because they're like, I keep getting this weird symbol. What does it mean? And a symbol can be anything. It can be a picture of something. It can be literally a symbol, like you would like the infinity symbol or something. It can be anything. It can be those little feathers that you find. And there really shouldn't be feathers. My favorite one is when you get feathers in the winter. And I live in Canada. We don't get a lot of birds out there. It'd be cold and frozen, but yet I can still find feathers. It's more of my guardian angel making me smile because he knows I think it's funny. So that connection, that aha. Again, I said she had a screen behind her. You look at the card really closely, you see this kind of grayed out land. It's that new beginning. That knowledge is really going to help you forward. I love these raccoons. You know that there's wine in there and they be enjoying themselves. I said at the very beginning, this is Cancer, guys. This is an energy that likes to be social and is devastated when people say, oh, I can't, or have to cut things or shut things down early. That social element is going to really help feed you. Again, we've got a lot of balance cards. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Star. We've got the Two of Wands. We even have the World. She's usually the one with the kind of half-naked person with the wands. Yeah, that balance. We need to have that work. We got that busy bee, but we need that fun and play too. It will fuel us, especially under the reign of Cancer. The Hierophant. Keeper of Keys. Fifth card in the Major Arcana. Yes, it does talk a little bit about that church element, but more importantly, it does talk about that teacher and that connection. Does it say go to church? Not unless that's meaningful for you. This has to be important and meaningful for you. If not, it's just lip service. We've got the 7 of swords here, right? But part of it could be that community, that spiritual community, connecting in, going to something as simple as a yoga class. It's up to you. But again, that community and connection will be important. Also, keep your eye out for people who may be returning to you. Many times we get teachers that will be introduced to us and then we'll go away until we're ready to connect in. Cancer is going to encourage you to connect in with them. So don't be surprised if you don't see them. So again, that Cancer connection. And finally, 5 of Pentacles. Not surprising to see this card. Many of us still have that disconnection, what I've been calling the COVID disconnect, whether it be the disconnection. No, that's still not far enough away. Oh, screen don't fall. Of course. Wrecking my scenery here. Okay. Now that I've totally rearranged things, that disconnection, it's a thing. Many of us are just starting to crack that shell, whether it be with our community or our spirituality, like the connections that we have. There are a lot more groups connecting now. I know for myself, there's a lot of markets that I'm being able to go to. And for me, that's a big community. And we do, and it's funny because before the scenes come up and everybody, the doors open, many times people will come around with singing bowls and different prayers and opening ceremonies. It can be very powerful, that connection. Cancer wants us to get rid of that disconnect and feeling isolated. So taking this time, searching it out. Some stuff has changed because things had to shut down. So being mindful of that and connecting in where you can. Guidance and support will help my friends embrace the messages of Cancer and get the most out of their time. Oh, yep. Stepping through. Very much stepping into things that are going to be not only meaningful, but things that bring you that joy, the bubbles, the fun. This is the summer. This is the one time of the year where many of us can get out. The environment allows us to. So enjoying that sun, stepping out into that light, stepping out into some of that joy and happiness. Additionally, the card really embraces she's right here, the High Priestess. Remember how I said there was that screen? Well, she's a gatekeeper. She's guardian that will help you step into that Torah energy, that rite of passage, and into that abundance, that joy, because those ahas and connections really make sense. So stepping through is going to be very important. Again, that has to be intentional and it has to be done by you. No one else can do it. Hence why we had the world come out first, that busy bee energy. It's up to us to really make those decisions and start putting those feet in front of each other. Healing. Such a gorgeous card, isn't it? Speaking of symbols, stuff like this can come through. Draw them to your best of your ability, and it will start to make sense. This is actually symbols of the chakra. So, healing, yes. It's actually something we signed up for in this lifetime. It's what we wanted to do. So it's going to be important that we keep working on that, because to truly embrace the world, to truly embrace those aspects that we want, we have to get rid of some of the baggage that we're carrying. So that healing is really important. Additionally, it helps us feel stronger, feel, well, better. Now, many of my friends know that usually Tuesday I post a healing or meditation. Do not worry, I have not forgotten you. It's coming out tomorrow. And that meditation is with Archangel Raguel. I haven't done one with him in a while. But big one, it is well worth it. This one is actually a meditation for strengthening a relationship with someone. You see why we kind of waited? The energies of Cancer will support you with it. Now, bear in mind, and I do put this warning in the meditation, it's meditation, if only one side of the relationship does it, you're only strengthening your relationship on your side. You can't make or change something for someone else, as there is the right of free will. They can, of course, enjoy the meditation with you, and I encourage that, helping to give you, some time together, or even if you do it at separate times, you're putting those intentions and strengthening that relationship. If you want to work on some healing for you, you can work on your relationship with yourself. Hence, back to the Seven of Swords. So if you're new to my channel and aren't too sure what I'm talking about, I have playlists on my channel here. I've got 3 meditative playlists. I've got a mindfulness playlist. I've got healing playlists. These are tools for you. The guidance is one aspect, but we also have work to do. So that healing is part of it. Freedom. Yep. Enjoying this time. Those bubbles, that glitter, that transformation that the summer is going to hold. Dragonflies, they're a symbol of the high vibration. They're a symbol of transformation. It's up to us to put that work in and enjoy some of the work that we've already done, reaping those benefits and feeling better. Trust your innocence. When we were kids, nothing was shut down. Everything made sense. We were about the fun, the play, the excitement, and the joy. We need to have some of that again. Let your inner child out. Get messy. Get creative. Have fun. Splash in the waves. When we start to embrace that aspect of ourselves, you're going to see things start to shift and kind of clear themselves out. Think of it as a cog that's struggling in mud. The more fun you have, you have to, again, be balanced with that. More fun, joy, happiness, and play you have, more creativity you have, the more you let your inner child out to help you, the more that cog gets degunked. We see that transformation and we enjoy this time, the growth, the abundance, and the prosperity that come forward. The universe likes to support us. So when we are doing things for our best and greatest good, like taking time to heal self-care, working with our intuitive abilities, our creativity, making those positive choices, the universe will come in and start to give you gold stars of abundance, prosperity, joy, ease of life, because things start to slide into place because the universe is like, they're on fire. Let's give them a little bit of a nudge in the right direction. Loving compassion. Yeah, we did have the Seven of Swords, and then I'm going to kind of sneak back to it. We need to be honest with ourselves. We do not need to be critical. We also need to have compassion. wherever we are right now in this journey, be okay with it. It may not be where you want to be, but have compassion that you are doing your best with what you have right now and that you're going to persevere. Because again, we have the world, we have the Two of Wands really encouraging us. We also have the High Priestess, the Hierophant. We've got a lot of help there. Our community, our friends, our family, they're supporting us and encouraging us. So have compassion for self. Also have compassion for others if you can, because they too are struggling. If we were more compassionate and less judgmental, there would be a lot different outcomes because people wouldn't feel so defeated. They would feel nurtured and cared for, including you. So Cancer has some amazing opportunities for you. And none of them, we're not looking at a lot of hard work. We're looking at incorporating some play, some healing, which can be a part of play. Creativity, again, can be part of the play. But enjoying this time and being present. We need to have that balance. Yes, we need to get stuff done, but many of us are taking a holiday for the first time in years. So making it meaningful. Be present for it, not avoiding it, not worrying about what's going to happen when you get back. What are you missing out on? What about work? What about? Take the time for you. Nurture you and enjoy. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I hope that this reading gave you a little bit of insight into what you can expect from the reign of Cancer. Like I said, tomorrow I will be publishing my meditation with Archangel Raguel. Then on Friday, I will be back live looking at the week ahead. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. Also, more important, if you did like this reading, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell. I have so much more guidance, support, healing, teaching to share with you. The best way to stay connected, of course, is through hitting that bell and subscribing to my channel. Again, I want to thank you for joining me today. And until tomorrow, my friends,